I finally finished the story mode for Goku, and so today we want to take a look at how to unlock all of his what ifs, because I'm sure all you want to know. It took me about 6 hours to complete the whole entire story. Let's get to it. As always, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into them. Alright, so as you can see, you start here at Goku's house. You have the choice here. Immediately you go here and you have a choice whether or not to work with Piccolo or go at it alone. Alright, so we'll go immediately to that. This is just a choice when it's an easy what if. Probably one of the easiest what ifs you will get in the whole entire game. Alright, and so with this what if, you go at it alone, which ends up bringing Krillin with you. Will not spoil any of the others, as they do get very spoiled from there. So you can survive in the given time, which then immediately takes you back up to where Piccolo's at, or you can wear down Raditz, which means you have to beat him in like the 2-minute times that it actually gives you to beat him. So you got to be able to do it. So once you wear down Raditz, then you end up going to Piccolo's proposal. You get trained together, and now you get side by side. This is a whole different one that has no what ifs on its own. This is all just one big what if that ends up becoming its own thing. So you can take a look at that. Definitely probably one of my favorite what ifs that they included in Goku's story. Now again, this is only Goku's story, not anyone else's, so these are the only ones who will be included. I don't know why I'm doing it that way when I can do it this way, but I don't know why I did that. All right, anyways, so that's one option. Okay, the other option is go at it with Piccolo. So you decide to work with Piccolo. All right, well, you're unable to defeat in the elapsed time, or you defeat Raditz. If you happen to defeat Raditz in the allotted time, you get a whole nother what if. All right, and that what if is then takes you down a whole different rabbit hole of other things that are really cool and really awesome, and I advise definitely going down this one. This one they put a lot of time into as well. So that's how you unlock that what if. That what if, again, does not have anything else special about it outside of the fact that it is a what if. It doesn't have another what if. Once one what if unlocks, from what I can tell, that whole what if's unlocked the whole time from there. So pretty simple. All right, now you just continue going down the story. Da 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 da. All right, so we're gonna keep this kind of simple for you. So we go all the way till, I believe, yeah, we keep going. There's no more what ifs throughout all this. Now we're on the dynamic arc. All right, and so then you have this once you get done with those two what ifs, those are for just the Sand Saga. Once you get done with those two what ifs, you have new what ifs come along once you arrive on planet Namek, where you can defeat Birder or you can defeat Jace. Now this one's a little tricky. So typically, in typical fashion, you defeat Birder, you have Jace and Ginyu. This isn't a big what if and no big spoilers here. But if you happen to defeat Birder, or you happen to defeat Jace, you get Birder and Ginyu. Doesn't really change anything, so don't worry about it, but it's a cool little unlock you can do. However, it's a little tricky to do, so the only way to, so you start out the battle against Jace, and the only way to switch it to Birder and get the canon timeline is you have to actually deflect one of his one of his red ball fury things. I forget what they're called at the moment, but once you deflect one of those, he goes, "How is this happening?" And then he switches out and you get Birder for the rest of the match. That's how you get the canon timeline. The what if is actually super easy to do. You just have to defeat Jace, but to get the canon one, and it's the only way to unlock this line here, is to do that. So it's a little confusing for sure. Definitely worth it though, 100% in my opinion, just to have the completion rate. All right, then you have this little what if here. So you have to defeat Frieza with a spirit bomb, or defeat him without using a spirit bomb, and you get a little hard-earned victory little thing. A lot of these what ifs here on out, from what I can tell outside of the Sand Saga, are just like, oh, you actually beat Frieza. Good job. You beat him and didn't have to go Super Saiyan or something like that. Or you beat XYZ and didn't have to, and it gives you a little credit for that. So it's really cool. So continuing with this here, if I'm not mistaken, there is, let's go. All right, and then we have this one here. All right, so this is going all the way down to the hyperbolic time chamber. This actually is a cool one. So when you're at the point of the hyperbolic time chamber, Gohan asks you if you want to go and help, or if you want to wait for Vegeta and the others to get out of the hyperbolic time chamber. You choose to go and help, you get a whole different what if, and then this is where the what if comes into effect. So with this one, it becomes a little tricky, because if you take a solar flare at all, doesn't matter if you defeat Cell in this little what if part here at all, you end up going back to the main storyline. However, if you defeat Cell without taking a solar flare, you then are able to go ahead and take the alternate route, which is super cool because it has its own different timeline. It has a whole different thing, and it's a really cool little side mission thing, as I'd call it, but it's a what if that's super cool. So defeat Cell and you get a really cool thing. All right, so let's continue scrolling here. Wait, no, we don't want to do that. We want to continue scrolling on this one. Yeah, we don't want to. All right, so nope. Why are we still on? Okay, well, sorry, we're on the side mission there. Sorry. All right, and then you have this, the Cell games begin. So with the Cell games beginning, you have Goku versus Cell at the beginning of the match. If you decide to go ahead and defeat Cell instead of what Goku does, which is survive the given time and say he gives up, you get a whole different like story ending to it, or which is cool. It's a little dialogue cutscene thing that you get, awesome. Or you can just survive in a given time. So pretty simple one for sure. It's definitely just a fun little story. They did a lot of these little fun stories from what I can tell. Now you have this one, A New Power Awakens. All right, so you can wear down Majin Buu, or you can wear down your opponent within a given time, which is Majin Buu, and you get a whole different type. So you wear him down. You have to wear him down before the dialogue typically ends, which is when he's talking about Trunks getting the Dragon Radar back. If you wear him down before you can finish those statements, then you've weared down the opponent in the given time and you'll get this little thing. It's a little bit of a hard one to do, and it's very time sensitive. A lot of these little extra ones are time sensitive, so you kind of just have to spam sparking in order to get it, and then hit them with the ult. They can't see you, you go back at it again, and then you just rinse and repeat that over and over to get these cool little cutscenes for now. Unless you're just really good at the game, where your vanishing is good as the bot's vanishing, and the bot is really good at vanishing. So just a side thought there. All right, and then we continue going here. So all right, and so then we go over here to Frieza's return. So if Frieza is this is where Frieza returns, I believe. Yeah, this is the God of Destruction Frieza Resurrection arc. This is this whole entire thing. So you have the option of unable to defeat Frieza, or unable to defeat in the elapsed time, or you just go ahead and defeat Frieza and you get a whole little cutscene thing here, which ends up taking you back to the main storyline. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't really do a whole lot, but it is pretty cool. If you defeat Frieza, you get this whole little thing that's really cool and worth looking at. So definitely defeat him with it before the elapsed time, and or actually defeat Frieza and you get it. And if you're unable to defeat him in the elapsed time, you get it. So I think the elapsed time's like 3 or 4 minutes, so you have that long to defeat him. Pretty simple. All right, now we continue going. Let's see. These are where things get a little interesting, because these, to me, this is probably next to what people are calling the hardest, which is the Great Ape. I think one of the hardest matches for me, and I'm not going to completely spoil these things, but is one of the Ginyu Force fights. Probably one of the hardest matches for me. But outside of that, Zamasu and Goku Black, when you have to fight them together, are so hard to beat. All right, so with this one, it's unable to be defeated in the elapsed time, or if you defeat Zamasu and Goku Black. Now, don't get me wrong, this mission's easy. You don't have to defeat Zamasu immediately. The Zamasu switches out with Goku Black in the mission, and that counts as a defeat. You just have to beat Goku Black before the elapsed time does go out. So it's a little confusing the way they worded that there, but you just have to defeat Goku Black before pretty much the dialogue ends, and then you get this little cutscene thing, which is, it's like I said, these are all basically alternate endings. Same here, unable to defeat in the elapsed time, or you can defeat Zamasu and Goku Black. Again, same thing. You don't have to actually defeat Zamasu. You just have to get him to switch out and get to Goku Black. Actually, I think this might actually be the fusion one that you have to actually go ahead and beat. I could be wrong, but I believe it's the fusion one. You just have to beat the fusion of them before the time is elapsed in order to get this one. So definitely an easy one to do. Definitely advise doing it. It's a fun one. All right, let's go here. All right, no, sorry, here. All right, so this one, this what if isn't really, I wouldn't count it as a what if, but it didn't happen, which makes it a what if. But so in the search for the ultimate team members, this one isn't really that odd to do. It gives you 3 choices. You can go invite Android 817, or you can invite Tien, or you can invite Majin Buu. Either way, all 3 of these tracks lead you to the same exact lane. So go ahead and do all 3 if you want. That's what I did. I went back and did each one of them. I wanted to see if they were any different. And I mean, they're a little different as far as who you have to fight, but for the most part, they're all the exact same thing, and they all lead to the exact same point. So it's not really a true what if, but it's a fun little side thing if you want to go do it and test out your fighting skills with different characters in the game. So go ahead and do it. It doesn't hurt you whatsoever. All right, and then we come through here in the Tournament of Power. The Tournament of Power, honestly, for Goku, didn't have many what ifs. I think the only what if was here. All right, so the only what if is defeat within a given time. Okay, and it doesn't give you the alternate because the alternate's the end of the game. You beat the game from there. This one is defeat within a given time, which means there's a certain amount of time in this battle where you're fighting him as UI Goku. Then you go into Mastered UI Goku. You defeat Jiren. He goes into 100% Jiren. You have to defeat him before the final text that is actually Vegeta pops up. Once Vegeta pops up and he tells you exactly that you need to go ahead and take him out, if you defeat him before Vegeta can get those words out of his mouth, you will get the trigger, the alternate ending to the series, which is super cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's a really cool way they did that. Needless to say, I think these what ifs are absolutely awesome. I think they're a great addition to the entire game. I think they add different things to the game that a lot of people didn't expect them to add, which makes them more fun, makes them more challenging, makes you want to go for other things like defeating things within a given time. Now that I've gotten them all, I plan on actually going back through them and trying to beat them more naturally instead of going sparking into trying to get to them. I'm going to try to beat them more naturally, whereas before I would just go into sparking and kind of take them down to get to them. And I mean, that's the way a lot of people have been doing it, just to get to that what if, because it's so difficult. So I think it'll be a fun thing to do. But otherwise, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all continue to enjoy Sparking Zero as much as I am. It has been an absolute blast. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. Hug someone you love. If you have any questions about any what ifs down below, put them in the comments. I'll be glad to help you. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.